All right. So hopefully I upgraded the internet and this should be better. It better be better, man. It's a $50 a month internet. I really hope it is better. Or I'll be very, very upset. Hunter, welcome back. Hopefully it's fixed now. I don't think I should be lagging anymore. I better not. But I guess we'll see. Off. Gonna upload, gonna pull up the questions here on my Only Me and You. For a little bit it was. Max, how you doing? Let's see. Mute the volume. Trying to see. Still not working. There's no way. There is no way. It's still not working. I'm paying $50 for this internet. It's working. Okay. Alright. Hopefully it's good. I guess only time will tell, right? Alright. Oh, it's working. Lost a lot of momentum there. You know, a lot of people were with me, but now they're gone. So how is everybody today? I was away for quite some time, but I think I'm gonna get back to the groove of things, making videos again. Kind of have to now because I got an extra $50 overhead. But yeah, I'm all right. I'm thinking about buying a car. I know I said I wasn't, but my friend is selling his car. Anthony, how you doing? My friend is selling his car. It's a 2004 Toyota Corolla for $1,200. So my friend that you see in the vlog sometimes, Ed, we're probably gonna go split half and half. So he's gonna pay $600, and I'm gonna pay $600. So we're kind of going to go with the joint titleship on a car. So just ordered a stuffed crust pizza for myself. Feeling oh my gosh, that sounds great. From Pizza Hut, I like the one that they make it from Pizza Hut. Like the extra cheese one, the best. I just want, let's see, this weekend. Yeah, I know. I should I get that? Because Pizza Hut, from where I am right now in the gym, Pizza Hut's like maybe like another 5-minute walk. How can you go to a ship? Like, what do you mean go to a ship for the Navy? Like, as you are right now as a civilian, or like you just want to, like after you enlist, then you want orders to go to a ship. Depends on how you want to go about it. I think one thing that I might want to start up again is a long time ago when I first started, I used to answer a question a day. So it was called the question of the day. I might start that back up. I want orders to go to a Navy ship. So Elite Hunters, sometimes you are given an option. So for example, you go to boot camp, right? Then you go to A school. Depends on the availability and your A school. Common Parker, how you doing? Hello. Depends on your A school and what the availability it is in the time. In the Navy, they're going to say, hey, here are some options. You get to choose, right? So that's if you're lucky, you are given some options. For me, I wasn't given any options. I was just told where to go. So it's really based on luck. You might go to a shore command at a hospital or at a facility or attached to some Marines or whatever for the first couple of years of your life. Or you might just go directly to a ship. Troop, what's up? What's up? How you doing? If you get a rate that's like a aviation rate, you will definitely be on a ship. Yeah, there's a very, very high chance because aviation rates, they're kind of there to work on, airplanes. So being on an aircraft carrier, you have a good chance there. I am thinking about being an MA. So I know some MAs, they go to Bahrain for their first time around, which is pretty cool. I don't know where else they go, but do you like being stationed in the U.S. or would you prefer to be stationed in another? I would always prefer to be stationed in another country. Just get to experience a bunch of different things, When you were in boot camp, did you guys have obstacle courses? No. Nope. They might just make one. Like, it's called, what was it? It's called stations or something, like 12 stations. Every Saturday, we used to do this thing called, I forgot what we called it, I think. But we go to the gym, and we have an hour. And every 5 minutes, you rotate to a different station. So one station might be, 50 push-ups, and the next station might be 10 jumping jacks or whatever. The next station might be just a water break, and the next station might be some obstacles that you have to step up and down and stuff like that. But not like what you would imagine like Marines having, climbing ropes and stuff. None of that crap. Just easy stuff. Kind of worried about the P week. Really don't want the shots. Yeah. No one wants the shots. There was a corpsman, right? When I went to boot camp, a corpsman was, I think that was his first command working in Great Lakes in boot camp. This corpsman, I never had the best experiences with corpsmans, man. Never had the best experiences with corpsmans. I only maybe one or two corpsmans. But in boot camp, so they take your blood, right? They draw out your blood to test it for whatever reason. And so he drew my blood, and the needle, right, the little shot, it went up to about 7/8 all the way up. And because it wasn't, hold on, is the video camera tripping? Okay. Because it wasn't full, all the way, the shot, they had to redraw my blood from the same spot. So, the next day I had, a huge bruise, and it was terrible. But yeah. So hopefully you don't get, new corpsmen like that. Because definitely I had bad experience. So who's got some questions, some boot camp related questions or whatnot? Or a video recommendation would be great too. A type of video that you would like to see me make in the future. Jennifer Perez asks, do people get to leave after boot camp? No. You go to your A school right away. I'm having a rough time deciding between Navy and another branch. I wanted to ask, how was your time in the Navy? Specifically, helped you grow? What are things I should take into consideration? And should I make my decision based off of boot camp experience? No, you shouldn't make your decision based off of boot camp experience. Mr. Hugh, thank you. I enjoy your videos, but I already went through Marine boot camp, so no question here. Okay, so Parker, in terms of deciding your branch, right? One of the biggest things, the way I looked at it is, I asked around other military vets, right? People who have been in for 20 years from the Army, Marines, and stuff like that. And one of the biggest things that they said to me was, Air Force and Navy is more of what you know. Army and Marines is more of what you do, like physically, right? Not to say that Army and Marines are don't require a lot of brain power. That's not what I'm saying. But in terms of like developing a specialized skill, like for example, I'm a logistics specialist, right? So tracking where materials are, delivering them, or accepting them, that's kind of what I'm trained to do, right? But when you join the Army or the Marines, I don't know exactly what they do, but for example, if you shoot guns, or if you're in a tank, then you don't really get a lot of business skills compared to what you might have learned when you were in the Navy as a logistics specialist, right? I know that's kind of vague. Hopefully that makes some sense. So what I'm trying to say is, think about what you want to do after your military career, right? Or what your big picture goal is. And think about a job within the military that's going to help you and that's going to give you some sort of easy transition into that job. But in terms of personal development, I think the harder it is, the more you grow, right? The more difficult the job that you have, the faster you grow as a person. Now, I know some Marines, Marine veterans who have been in, and they've seen some stuff, right? They went to, what was it, Afghanistan, and been in some combat, IED exploding right next to them. They got injured, and they've had a rough time, right? They've had PTSD, and that's one thing that I wish I never, that's one of the reasons why I stayed away from Army and Marines. Not to say everybody's gonna be deployed, into combat, but there is a chance, right? That's what we're trained to do, is to serve the country in doing whatever it's needed. But what was I saying? Positivity stuff and stuff you want to talk about, quotes and affect your life, and how to apply. Okay. Life quotes. Growth. So in terms of like personal growth, like knowing like true, like who you are, the more physically, mentally demanding it is, the more you're going to find it. And during the process, you might steer down the wrong path. So in that sense, like physical and mental toughness, building physical and mental toughness, Army and Marines, it's much more difficult compared to the Navy and the Air Force. Because physically, we really don't really do much. But in terms of like knowing how to do your job, it's very important. Right, the thing is, okay, tuition assistance, GI Bill. I heard you can before you leave for boot camp, that you're not obligated to anything technically. What about debt loss? James, what are you talking about? Like, if you want to leave the delayed entry program, it's like yeah. So even after you go to MEPS, Military Entrance Processing Station, you sign your contract and everything, until you ship out to your boot camp, until you go to your boot camp, you're not technically obligated to go to join the military, right? If you don't, like the day before, let's say a day before, and you say to yourself, I don't want to join the military, then they can't force you to join the military. So I think the internet is better now. It's kind of fixed. So I got the higher premium package, $50 a month. That fixed it. Good. No, that wouldn't really count as AWOL. Your recruiters will be pissed that, you didn't show up. 3 years left in my contract. Your recruiters are going to be pissed, like, hey, where is this guy? We put in so much man hour into making sure that he goes through this process of joining the military, and he decided not to show up, right? Your recruiters are going to be pissed. But at the end of the day, oh my gosh, okay. At the end of the day, your recruiters are going to be pissed, and if you don't want to join the military, you don't have to go. Does everyone have to do 3 years shore duty? No, it rotates. It rotates. What rank am I? I am E3. So you do sea duty for a certain amount of time, then you go shore duty for 3 years. Internet is expensive, but I guess, yeah. Yeah, there have been some people that were never deployed. But that's more unlikely now. It also depends on what rate you get. My questions aren't loading here. Re-uploading the questions here. Give me a moment. Can you guys hear me well? It's kind of at a distance. I think you guys can hear me well. He said he was lucky. Yeah. When you transition from A school to the fleet, how do you know where to go once you get to your duty station? So, and you're going to have what's called a sponsor. So when you're in A school, your A school is going to say, hey, contact your command, and get with a sponsor. A sponsor is a person who's going to kind of give you a rundown of what to expect, how the command is, where you need to go, what you need to do for your first few days. Usually your sponsor will be somebody within the same rate, preferably. But if it's not, it's okay. Maps is different from place to place, because it's about the people who run it. Yeah. Good news. Since last time I was on one of these streams, I got switched to H10. I feel more comfortable now. My father worked alongside the Navy at his reserve base and got this situation worked out. Patriotic Badger, what were you before? I think were you on Des? So you at least had that inside hookup. Okay. Machinist mates. Mine was in San Jose. Yeah, I'm sure they were kind of like reluctant to change you up. But, at the end of the day, if you get what you want, that's all that matters. How am I doing? I'm all right. thinking about buying a car soon. I said this earlier in this Sang, how you doing? What's up? Welcome back. My friend and I were thinking about going 50-50 on this car, for buying off from another friend. It's a 2004 Toyota Corolla. 2004 Toyota Corolla, 230,000 miles. Kelly Blue Book and other websites valued it at $2,000. My friend is selling it for $1,200. So my friend Ed and I are going in half and half, 600, 600. So I might have a car. You know any HMs? I have some HM friends, but I haven't had the best experience with HMs. 200,000 miles is already a lot on it. Yes, I do agree. I do agree, but you know, it runs fine. Hopefully I can get a good solid without breaking a year and a half use of it, and then I'll sell it, because we calculated this thing, my friend and I. 4 years active duty, 1 year extension. My friend and I calculated it, so if we put at least 20,000 miles on it, the value of the car will still be right about at $2,000. So before I go on a deployment, I can still sell it and get my money back, if not a little bit more. So is it easy to change jobs? James Ward. No. It's a pretty difficult process. It depends when you want to do it, right? If you want to do it now when you're in the debt program, your recruiter is going to give you a hard time, and your recruiter might even lie to you and say, you know, that rate's, you know, impossible to get in, because he doesn't want to do the work. And if I have to, I'm going to change branches. Yeah, James, you know, you can talk to your recruiter. You know, be straightforward with your recruiter. Don't, you know, try to lie and connive and stuff. Say, hey, I want this rate. If you don't give me this rate, I'm not going to join the Navy, right? Be straightforward with your recruiter. And it depends how your recruiter is going to respond. Your recruiter might, you know, say, okay, here's what we need to do. Or, you know, your recruiter is going to say, there's no other choice. But yeah, be straightforward with your recruiter. If you really want to be in the Navy, you don't like your recruiter, go to a different recruiting station, and talk to a different recruiter. They might be more willing to help out. Some recruiters are better than others. I don't want to do anything but that. Dep is somewhat easy, depends on the recruiter. I left for boot camp June 2nd, so summer. So, summer, when I went, it wasn't too hot, wasn't too cold, not cold at all. So I had a good time. It got really hot, you know, July and August. So I kind of missed that. So yeah. Bakari, yeah. I mean, depends on which benefits we're talking about. But if you get, like, medically something's wrong with you, the Navy is going to take care of you. I don't know to how much degree, but yeah, if it's like work related, like you were working and you got hurt, yeah, then, you know, the military is going to help you out. But one of my friend, right, I had to talk to him whenever I see him again. He had like a seizure when he was sleeping, and later he found out there was something wrong with his brain. Something happened, and then he got immediately removed from the ship. So the next time I see him, I'll have to talk to him, see what happened, you know, what the deets are. Kyunghwan. Yoon Kyunghwan. When you say Yoon Kyunghwan, do you mean like your first name is Yoon, or like you're Kyunghwan? Me BK. BK, you're the one that like you were talking to me on Facebook like a couple months ago, right? Like 5-6 months ago or so. Hello, I'm just dropping in because I have to go to lunch with my friend, but I want to just ask, how are you lately? Mina, for the last 2 weeks, I haven't posted any videos. It was because I wasn't happy. And within those 2 weeks, I was trying to figure out why and, you know, what's wrong with me. I was trying to figure out what I need to do, which I might make a video later on. Man, I hate this internet. Maybe it's the location that I'm in. It's not getting the best internet signals here. But maybe I'll switch up the location. This is the only like quiet location that I was able to get. I'm using Wi-Fi. I'm paying $50 for this internet, and I think it's the location. There's no other choice. I mean, I'm on my phone recording this, you know? It's not like I can hook up to an Ethernet and stuff like that. This isn't like my house, you know? Use your phone data. I only have 2 gigabytes each month. And watching a video, making a video kills the. I'm pretty sure it's the location where I am that's tripping up the internet. Yeah, it's probably this, because this location right now, it's like a soundproof room. Because this is a music room where, you know, people have the music and they play instruments and they can't hear anything from the outside, right? So like I can play rock and roll and it's quiet from the outside. So I think that's why the internet is kind of tripping up. So Kyungwon, are you joining the Navy? Okay, let me put my laptop on this chair here. Army. Are you happy with your choice? Mina, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for your kind words and your time. Really do appreciate it. It's not updating. One. Before I go, do you dislike JT suits? There was a couple of people writing dislike comments. Just wondering. I'm fine with JT. What do you mean by like couple people writing dislike comments, like to his video about, or explain? I don't have a hate towards anybody. Where are you at now? Within my base, within my ship, for about 5 minutes walking distance, there's the MWR, More Welfare Recreation. So this is where I am. So there's a gym on the first floor and like recreational stuff on the second floor, where, you know, there's like a music room like this, you know, a computer station where people can use the computers. So are you in stateside? Yeah, I'm in Virginia. I imagine a lot of people would be in an area where you can use Wi-Fi and stuff like that, where you have, where you are, but it seems like you have your own spot. So I'm trying to get like a personal like housing. I need to apply for that. For me to apply for that, I need a car. So, you know, it kind of helps when I'm getting a car soon. But once I get my own place, you know, definitely then I'll get a better internet and I won't have trouble ever again. But yeah. How should I go about telling my recruiter I want to change branches? If it comes down to it, I want to be respectful as possible about it if it comes down to it. So James, just be straightforward. Say like, hey, I want to be, quartermaster. Can you help me with that? Your recruiter, they should be able to help you. There should be no problem with that, right? But if they give you a hard time, then you say, hey, I understand, but if I can't get what I want, I would rather prefer to go to a different branch. 슬프지만 당신은 멋진 사람입니다. 해군은 당신을 운이 좋았습니다. Green? Is that you? Is that the same Green that I'm thinking about? Because I have a friend named Green that he's like into Korean. I don't know if that's the same person. Yeah, I recall he made a video that was claimed or something